Tulsa's Gilcrease Museum is home to the largest collection of Western and Native American art in the world, and right now, every painting, sculpture, vase, and artifact is being packed up and moved, and as Rich Lenz reports, with an estimated value of $2 billion, it's all being done very, very carefully.
Take a good look, because soon the Gilcrease Museum as you know it will no longer exist.
You know, so many of us have happy memories here. Me, for one. I was married in the Vista Room 40 years ago. It'll be 40 in August. So I am emotionally attached to this place, as many Tulsans are.
Susan Neal is the museum's executive director. The initial plan involved a $65 million renovation of the existing facility. But once the engineers did a deep dive, that plan proved unfeasible.
We have struggled for the last decade, really, in managing the humidity and temperature in this building because there are so many different additions. None of the original buildings were built to today's museum standards.
And that was having a detrimental effect on the artwork itself and hindering the museum's ability to attract temporary exhibitions on loan from other museums.
We've basically just worked the HVAC and the chillers and all of the mechanical and electrical plumbing to death. And when we wanted to renovate, we learned that you can, but you will spend all your money, all of the citizens' money, all of the public money on just fixing that problem.
And so the decision was made to demolish the current facility, which first opened to the public in 1949, and replace it with a newer, smaller building with additional amenities.
This building is 134,000 square feet. The new building will have approximately 89 to 90,000 square feet, but it will have additional gallery space. And we will also invite an entirely new experience for, I think, a younger generation, which is finding the collection through digital experiences in the museum.
Renderings of the new Gilcrease, now budgeted at $83.6 million, will be unveiled by Mayor G.T. Bynum on June 24th. Meanwhile,
she's gonna have to pack that really carefully.
So we have about 200,000 items, art and artifacts, that we're going to be moving. Boy, they range from 13,000 years ago to contemporary pieces and all shapes and sizes and types, from pottery to stone to paintings and sculptures.
Susan Buchanan is the museum's director of collections, and she has experience doing this, having overseen 3 museum moves before.
So when it was announced that it would be a full demo, after the initial shock, we kind of just went into planning mode, and we've been planning pretty much ever since for about 2 years now.
About 20 Gilcrease employees are working full-time on this project, led by Chief Preparator Kurt Selby.
Any nervousness that I might have had going, because, I mean, oh, that's a $10 million, no kidding. Yeah, I'll be careful. But after a while, you just know that you don't rush, you take your time, you think your way through it, and everything will be fine. We start with an empty wooden box, a crate that is being built at an off-site location, and then we bring it in and we pad the crate out with foam to begin the protecting process, and then we wrap individual paintings in plastic, and each painting has a tray that it sits in so that it doesn't bounce around in the crate.
Kurt estimates it will take about 235 of these crates to complete the move, with one exception. There's no crate big enough to hold this.
The biggest piece of art, and it's not part of our permanent collection, is the Battle of Chapultepec, which hangs in the Great Hall. The painting comes out of the frame disassembles. When it was shipped here, it came in 4 different crates.
The idea is just to have it contained in one unit.
Kurt's team is being assisted by a 7-person crew from Crozier Fine Art Services, industry leaders in transporting the collection in climate-controlled trucks once the packing up process is completed in September.
We worry a lot about vibration and temperature and relative humidity, things that could adversely affect the collections.
The target date to be gone, December 1st.
We have to be completely out of the building, and that is not only the collection but everything else inside the building.
That's a lot of great information. 200,000 pieces of art all out of here no later than December 1st. But there's one piece of information that we can share with you, and that is where all this art is going and will be stored during the new construction. That piece of information is very hush-hush.
That's right.
You
That's
can't
right.
tell me.
I can't tell you. No, there's good reason for that. We obviously are concerned always with, first and foremost, with the safety and our stewardship of this collection. We don't own it. The citizens of Tulsa own this.
Just rest assured that it will be a safe place. It has temperature and humidity control, security staff and operations going on, and cameras and everything else. We're trying to keep everything to the same standard or higher than we are here at Gilcrease Museum currently.
The museum will officially close on July 4th. Demolition will begin in December, and the new building is tentatively scheduled to open in November of 2024. Rich Lenz, the Oklahoma News Report.
The good news, the beautiful home of Thomas Gilcrease, which sits on the grounds of the museum, will not be impacted by the demolition.